In this video, we will be seeing Dashaka 29 of Narayaniyam, which is Amrita Haranam and Asura Nigraha. As had been described in my earlier video on Dashaka 28 of Narayaniyam, Vishnu appears in a dazzling form as Dhanvantari from the ocean, holding a golden vessel which contained Amrita, nectar. Now, continuing that, the Asuras, eager to have the Amrita, snatched the vessel and carried it away. A quarrel arose in their ranks as to whom would get the nectar first. Amidst the confusion, Vishnu assumes the form of Mohini, an indescribably attractive damsel. They were overawed by her presence. She moves about among the demons, enticing them with her glances. With blinding passions in their hearts, Asuras adore her with sweet words. We, the sons of Kashyapa, have exerted ourselves for this prize. O charming lady, will you agree to distribute this nectar equally amongst us? Mohini says she would oblige provided they accept whatever she did without any question. The Asuras, completely under her spell, agree without much of a thought and hand over the Amrita to her. They all fast for a day, purify themselves with auspicious rites, and prepare themselves for the much awaited event. Mohini walks in with Amrita Kalasa. She seats the Devas and the Asuras in separate rows and begins to give nectar first to the gods. The Asuras are impatient but respect their promise. Swarabhanu, that is Rahu, a demon disguised as God, sits between the sun and the moon. When it is Rahu's turn for Amrita, the sun and moon point him out. Mohini slices his head off with chakra, Sudarshana, but due to the effect of the nectar, he lived on in two parts as shadow planets, Rahu and Ketu. The Asuras realize they have been deceived, and Mohini vanishes. Hostilities break out between the demons and the Devas. Reinvigorated by the Amrita, the Devas rage a dreadful battle against the Asuras. The gods manage to defeat many a demon in the battlefield. Perceiving a complete annihilation of the demons, Brahma sends Narada as an emissary. Narada reasons with the gods. Now that you have secured Amrita with the grace of Sri Hari and also been blessed by Goddess Lakshmi, you should cease hostilities. Bowing to Narada's wish, the gods give up their anger and stop the war. And then the demon Mahishi got the boon that she will be killed only by a child born from the union of Shiva and Vishnu. Mahishi, who believed that she is hence immortal, inflicted terror in the world. Vishnu took Mohini avatar to distribute the nectar as seen above to save Devas from the tyranny of demons. Shiva, who heard about the beauty of Mohini, wished to see her. Vishnu then appeared before Shiva as Mohini. On seeing the divine beauty, Mohini, Shiva instantly fell in love with her, which finally resulted in the birth of a child through the thigh of Vishnu. The child was Lord Ayyappa. This is the story which we are going to see in this Dashaka 29. Now, to think on the symbolic meaning of the above story. Mohini is an illusory attraction. It, using the buddhi, that is intellect, agitation weakens their minds. Demons symbolically represent limited knowledge, shows how one should outwit the demons which disturb our thoughts. The asuras, that is one's lower mind, cannot discriminate. Now, born out of the divine union of Shiva and Mohini, Ayyappa represents both spiritual, that is Shiva, and materialistic world, Mohini. Ayyappa is the deity of Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, there is no morality. Everything will be corrupted. Greed, power, and lust. That's a rule in this era. Mind of man is constantly oscillating between materialism and spiritual life. And the mind is constantly tormented by the pain of sins committed to fulfill desires. Ayyappa is armed with both spiritual knowledge and materialistic knowledge. He wipes the tears of his devotees by fulfilling their wishes and also by reminding them about the blissful spiritual world. This is the reason I feel many staunch and true Ayyappa devotees give up everything after a particular period of life and begin a life only dedicated to Ayyappa. In Kali Yuga, physical and mental sickness is common. Ayyappa, as the son of Shiva and Mohini, first satisfies the desires of a devotee. Then, the devotee is shown the futility of the never-ending desires. Then, Ayyappa opens the blissful world of spirituality, the world of oneness. We, out of our ignorance, constantly limit the power of nature. There is only one single supreme truth. The various forms are the result of the play of this supreme truth. Tattvam Asi, the board which is displayed in Sabarimala to remind this. Now let us see the Narayaniam slogans 1 to 5 of Dasaga 29. First sloga. उद्गच्छदस्तवकरादमृदं हरल्सु दैत्येषु तानचरणाननुनीय देवान् सद्यस्तिरोदधि तदेव भवल्प्रभावाद् उद्यत्सयूथ्यकलः दिदिजा बभूवुः. Daityeshu, the asuras, Udrachada Tava, you, when emerging from the ocean, Karal Amridam Haralsu, from the hands, snatching the nectar, Tan Asharanan Anuniya Devan, giving solace to those helpless Devas, Sadhyaha Tirodida Deva, immediately you disappeared. Bhavat Prabhavat, by your prompting, Udyat Swa Yuthya Kalaha, there arose a quarrel among their own group, that is Asura group. Meaning, you emerged from the ocean as Dhanvantari, holding the pot of nectar which the Asuras snatched from thy hands. The Devas became helpless. After consoling them, you immediately disappeared. O Guruvayurappa, then prompted by thy Maya, the Asuras started to quarrel amongst themselves. श्यामां रुजाभि वयसाभि तनुं तदानीं प्राप्तोऽसि तुङ्गकुजमण्डलभङ्गुरां त्वं पीयूषकुम्भकलहं परिमुच्य सर्वे तृष्णाकुलाः प्रदिययोस्तदुरोजकुम्भे. त्वां, you, Hare, tanum tadanim prapta asi, then took the form, Shyamam, beautiful and youthful maiden, Rucha Abhivayasabi, by complexion and by age, Tunga Kuja Mandala Bangura, body which was bent due to the weight of the breast. Parimucha Sarve, everyone, then abandoning Piyusha Kumbhagalagam, the nectar pot, Trishnakulaha, infatuated, Pradiyayuhu approached Tadu Uroja Kumbam by the sight of your pot-like breast. Meaning, though then took the form of a beautiful young maiden, beautiful by complexion, young by age, whose frame was bent due to the weight of the heavy breasts. All the asuras abandoned their coral and the pot of nectar and approached you, infatuated by the sight of thy pot-like breasts. कात्वं मृगाक्षी विभजस्व सुधामिमामिति आरूढरागविवसानभियाचदोमोन् विश्वस्य दे मयि कथं कुलडास्मि दैत्याः इत्यालबन्नभि सुविश्वसितानतानीः. कात्वं मृगाक्षी, who are you? Vibhajasva sudham imam, distribute this nectar. Thus, idi, Aruda Ragavashiyan, helpless and overcome with passion. Abhiyajida Amun, they begged thus to her. Vishwasyade mai katham, how can you trust me? Kulada asmi daityaha, I am a war. O Asuras, idi alaban abhi, even when you were saying thus, Suvishwasidan atanihi, you made them trust. Meaning, oh lady, who are you? Distribute this nectar, entreated the Asuras, helplessly being overcome by passion. How do you trust me, O Asuras? As I am a Kulada, means Vaishya. Even though you said so, you commanded their trust. मोदात् सुधा कलशमेषु ददल्सु सात्वं दुश्चेष्टिदं मम सहध्वमिति ब्रुवाण पङ्क्तिप्रभेद विनिवेशित देवदैत्या लीलाविलासगतिभिः समदा सुधां ताम्. Modad Sudha Kalasham, with joy, when the nectar pot Eshu Dadasu was given by them, Satvam, to you who are in the form of Mohini, Duscheshtidam Mama Sahadvam, please bear with me for my wrong deeds. Idi Bruvanaha, saying so, Viniveshidam Devadaitya, you made them to sit, Devas and the Asuras, Pankti Prabheda, in separate rows, Leela Vilasa Gadibihi, with sportive and charming gait. Samadaha Sudatam, distributed nectar. Meaning, readily and joyfully, the pot of nectar was handed over to Mohini, asking them to bear with you your wrong deed. You made the Devas and Asuras sit in separate rows, holding the Asuras, infatuated and spellbound by thy charming and sportive gait. You served the nectar. अस्मास्वियं प्रणयिनीत्य सुरेषु तेषु जोषं स्थिते श्वथ समाप्य सुधां सुरेषु त्वं भक्तलोकवशगो नियरूपमेत्य स्वर्भानुमर्तपरिपीदसुधं व्यलावीः. Asmasu idam pranayini, she is fond of us. Idi asureshu teshu, thus when the asuras were wrongfully contemplating, josham sideshu ada, and so were waiting silently, then ramapya sudham sureshu, you finished the nectar among the devas. Tvam bhaktaloka vasagaha, who are ever favorable of your devotees. Nijarubam etya, assuming your own form, Yalavihi, beheaded Swarbhanum, Ardhavida Sudam, the Asura Rahu, who had drunk half of the nectar. When the Asuras were wrongfully contemplating that Mohini was fond of them and so were waiting silently, you finished the nectar among the Devas, as you always favor your devotees. Then you took your own form and beheaded the Asura Rahu, who had drunk half of the nectar served to him, which he cunningly got by sitting in the row of Devas. With this, the fifth sloka of this chapter is concluded. Here we will have a Bhagavata Shrutiphala slogam of this chapter on Samudramatana. The Shruti Phala Stotram is Yadat Muhu Kirtayado Nusrunnado Na Rishyade Jadu Samudyama Kojide Yaduttama Sloga Gunanuvarnanam Samasta Samsara Parisramapaham Asada Vishayamangrim Pavagamyam Prabannat Amradam Amaraparyanashayal Sindhumatyam Kabada Yuvadivesho Mohayan Yasurarim Stamahamupasrudanam Kamapuram Nadosti. Hare Namaha.